What up? It's the Grandpa coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. All right, so this video is going to be about Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook currently is playing for Denver. He's he's for overall this year he's been doing a pretty good job staying mostly under control, even though like with some out of control moments. That's what you got to deal with when you're dealing with Westbrook. As he gives his all. They say it's reported that he's a great teammate. But I'm gonna just take it back a little bit, like I always like to do. Just a quick run through of what they did, what they've done, and what they're doing now. And so Russell Westbrook was drafted by Seattle when they were the Seattle. He was drafted by Seattle, the Seattle Supersonics. They eventually moved and went to OKC, but he was drafted by them out of UCLA. He was thought to be like a project, kind of like, because he wasn't a true point guard. They was kind of like working him in. So his first couple of years, he was doing his thing. Then he started emerging. And I remember around that time, when I was watching him, I used to tell my best friend, I'd be like, yo, Westbrook, he remind me of Jordan, man. He's like, man, get out of here. I'm like, no, I'm not saying he playing like Jordan. I'm like, the way he was just going after it, it was reminding me of Jordan, like in 87, 88. Westbrook was all over the place. And, my boy just quickly dismissed that. So then, they coming up the ladder, him, Durant, and Harden. They go to the finals, and Westbrook had a bad. He had a subpar series. Magic basically said that was the worst series he's ever seen a point guard have. A lot of people, kind of like let that just go away a little bit, but like, yeah, Magic went there because it was frustrating to watch him. It is frustrating to watch Westbrook sometimes, because like you be looking at him and be like, man, just make the simple play, man. You don't have to. But so anyway, so they go to the finals. That famous shot of him, Durant, and Harden standing there. I honestly thought that they were gonna run it back, get some more toughness about them, and then they were gonna run it back. But unfortunately, it was not to be. Harden was the first to roll after getting pumped up over the summertime. The Olympic team, it was reported. I read something, I saw something. It was talking about LeBron basically put planted the seed in his head to leave because they were pumping him up, and he left. But then I heard the contract offer they had for him, and that was ridiculous. Like Harden, you can say whatever you want to, but like when he was playing for the Thunder, he was their setup man. Harden was their setup man. No doubt in my mind, he was the setup man. That's the reason why that worked. But anyway, so Durant goes after they get put out by Golden State. Infamously goes to Golden State, and then the what's that word? What's the word I'm looking for? But the sympathy train start coming out for Westbrook. Oh, Durant did you bad, and this, that, and the other. Look, man, I said before and I said again, I didn't see anything wrong in the big picture with Durant going to Golden State, even though I wouldn't have made that move because they just beat me and I would have wanted to beat them back. But some people not wired like that. You got to understand that. And for him, that was cool. But Westbrook immediately starts getting a lot of sympathy. That's what the MVP push started. And He won MVP, and then he ran off his string of triple doubles. Now, I'm gonna get into the as far as OKC goes. Them triple doubles, a lot of those triple doubles was kind of like manufactured a little bit. I mean, like it's footage out there seeing that, and then Steven Adams was basically playing. He was clearing it out so Westbrook could get the rebound. So, I mean, hey, I'm not trying to knock it. All I'm just saying is what it was. Some of those triple doubles, and really basically that whole little time ruined the triple double, the achieving a triple double thing. It just took. It was just like it's just an ordinary thing. So like it was a good thing, but then on the other hand, it was a bad thing. But Russell Westbrook stayed in OKC for a while. Eventually got moved. He got moved to Houston. He was balling out in Houston. Then 2020 happened. He lost. I mean, it just wasn't gonna work. It just wasn't gonna work with him and Harden. It wasn't just gonna work. It wasn't gonna work. So then he goes to Washington. He's balling out there. Bradley Beal and him are killing him mostly, and then they trade him to the Lakers get him. Now that was in my what I'm gonna say about that is that I think that was kind of like an effort from the media group to basically just get him, just crap on him and leave him, because everybody know how he played. So like you could tell it meant something to him because he was playing out of character. But I mean, the one thing that can be said about Westbrook, which is the reason why the pairing in OKC eventually didn't work, is because he was the leader and Durant wasn't. Durant was supposed to be the leader and he was supposed to follow, but Westbrook, you can say one thing, he follows his own beat. So those are my thoughts on Russell Westbrook. Been a tremendous player since he's been in the league, playing for Denver. See how this plays out, going into the playoffs with him and Joker. So we'll see. Grandpa signing off.